What is up, YouTube? I am Cosmic Fro, and it is the time of year, everybody. The spookiest season. The horror characters are everywhere. The scary movies are amok. And we are celebrating Halloween, everybody. So, in this video today, as that day approaches, as we get closer and closer to the spookiest day of the year, we're going to talk about some of the things that have come out for Mortal Kombat 1 regarding Halloween, a potential Halloween event for Mortal Kombat, which is amazing. I can't wait. And then also some information actually coming from Ed Boon's Twitter, potentially indicating that we could be getting one or more horror characters in Mortal Kombat 1 in future combat packs or in the future. So if you guys do enjoy the video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and let's get right into it. So Mortal Kombat 1 is getting a Halloween event this year, which is really cool. We're going to get seasonal content for Mortal Kombat 1, but let's talk about the Halloween event. So from what we've seen, there is leaked footage of a fatality reward that we might get from the Halloween event. So a seasonal fatality coming from the Halloween event, as well as some skins. For the skins, I'm not sure which characters, but it's great that, we're getting Halloween, a Halloween event, whether it be an invasions or sort of a mastery system that we sort of have to go through. I would prefer it to be a mastery system because I don't want to have to go through invasions to get this stuff. But if it is, if it's there regardless, right, that's always great. So I'm really excited to see what they do with this Halloween event and future seasonal content for Mortal Kombat 1. Now, let's talk about what we're all here for. Ed Boon, by way of Twitter, he tweeted an image with the dragon and a sort of emoji with like a pondering face. And below it was all of the killers that they had done previously, right? And then some question marks over some of the killers that they haven't done yet. Now, why would Ed Boon post this? Well, it could be to gauge future combat pack characters. We know that horror characters were fan favorite characters in Mortal Kombat X. We're talking Predator, we're talking Jason, Alien, right? These were all great choices for Mortal Kombat X, and I think Ed Boon, teasing this isn't just trolling. I think Ed Boon is seriously pondering some of these options here. So of the options that were on the picture, we see that Leatherface, Freddy, and Jason all have check marks. They've done all of those before, as well as Alien and Predator, but Alien and Predator are more sci-fi, so they're not in this sort of slasher image, I guess you could say. But the characters with the question marks are characters that we've been asking for so long, and they are all amazing. Let's talk about each of them one by one and how I think they might play in Mortal Kombat 1. We're going to start with my favorite horror franchise, that being Ghostface and Scream. Yes, Ghostface has a potential to be in Mortal Kombat 1, and I think that's really exciting, not only for what could potentially be possible in the moveset, but just as me as a fan, that this makes me just want to jump in the air and it's crazy. So let's talk about Ghostface. Ghostface is a slasher serial killer who, he's the one that calls you on the phone and asks you what's your favorite scary movie. He, usually stalks his victims and is very calculative about how he gets into the home or how he kills his victims, right? It doesn't always go according to plan. Usually there's a struggle with Ghostface. And the thing about Ghostface that's really cool is he uses phones, he uses technology and stuff. So we could see in Mortal Kombat 1 sort of different things where like maybe he command grabs you, you're on the ground, and then he takes a photo of you before stabbing you. Or he could do something where like he calls you on the phone for a fatality and then shows up behind you. You could do really cool stuff. I imagine his normals to be sort of like feral looking because Ghostface isn't really a, MMA fighter or anything of the sort. So I think his normals would be very dangerous, but, sort of like look sort of feral, like a berserker in a way, but just, deadly at the same time. Another thing about Ghostface that's really interesting is that usually the Ghostface killer is actually killers. So usually the Ghostface killer comes in a pair. There's two Ghostface killers in each of the movies, right? So it would be interesting to see, sort of like Johnny's stunt double in Mortal Kombat X, a double for Ghostface, right? You have two Ghostface on the screen, sort of like maybe Kenshi's puppet character for short, brief periods of time. Or you could have special moves where the other Ghostface comes in behind or comes in to like help with the combo or something of the sort. That could also be very cool. We also saw in Scream 6 that Ghostface actually used a shotgun. So you could have a string or something maybe where he pulls out the shotgun, but I wouldn't have that be, part of Ghostface's base kit. I don't think anybody would really enjoy that, right? So yeah, Ghostface, one of my I would love to see Ghostface in Mortal Kombat 1, and he's definitely at the top of the list for me. Another giant, we have to get him off the table. It's Michael Myers. Michael Myers has been the most requested horror character that I've seen over Ghostface, right? People, before we thought about Ghostface or any of these other killers that are up here, Myers was always the one that people voiced for before anything, right? And Myers, I think the complaint that people had is that Myers might play like Jason, because it's not like Ghostface where there's multiple, Ghostface killers or they use technology or anything. Myers and Jason both are, scary, quiet, and they, do different things. The thing about it, though, is that Jason has a machete and Michael Myers is Michael Myers. Like, Michael Myers could kill you with his bare hands, a crowbar, anything, right? Michael Myers, it is that kitchen knife that he's known for, and that's what I would like to see from Michael Myers. So let's talk about him. We all know who Michael Myers is. He, is the one that quietly walks around, just, while you're running, you trip and he's walking the whole time, right? Michael Myers is one of the scariest horror franchise killers that, gives you an eerie feeling. And I would like to see that in the gameplay. Maybe like Jason had the neck crack. Maybe Myers has like a passive effect where like maybe you trip after a little bit and then that trip leads to like a restand or something funny like that. Or you could have him do something like Slasher Jason where he like stabs you in the gut and then like breaks your neck and throws you. Or he could do different, just like cool, brutal things that, Myers is known for. Puts you up, like if you're in the corner, maybe he has an ability where he puts you up against the corner, like on the wall, and then stabs you, like in Halloween 1, right, where he stabs the guy against the wall. You could have cool stuff with Michael Myers, and I would love to see the Boogeyman come into Mortal Kombat 1. Number 3, it's probably one of the newer franchises that I've gotten into. I know it's older, but Hellraiser, we're going to talk about Pinhead. Pinhead is one of the coolest concepts for not really a killer necessarily, but a demon. He is a demon killer in a way, yes. But he is a bringer of pain and pleasure, a demon of pain and pleasure, and doesn't really indicate the pleasure side. It's more so pain, right? He brings pain to those that open the box or summon him, right? And then, that brings them into his realm. So what we could see from Pinhead is obviously him summoning the chains, right? Pulling at your skin, maybe restanding you, choking you with the chain. There's a bunch of stuff that Pinhead could do with the chains alone. You could also have him like configuring the box, doing some weird stuff, with the stage, maybe altering the realm, putting doors places to have the other demons come through, because there's multiple demons in Hellraiser. So maybe he summons doors and then other demons come through with crazy like looking abilities, right? But yes, Pinhead would be amazing. I would love to see him be sort of this mid-range or zoner character, able to maybe command grab you from full screen with chains or just something like that. I would love to see Pinhead creatively in a Mortal Kombat game, more so than almost more so than Myers. I think Pinhead would be amazing, but I still think Ghostface has that top spot for me, but all of these killers, like, I would be so happy to see all of them. Jason, Leatherface, and Freddy included. I would love to see all of them again. Now, let's talk about Jigsaw and Chucky. Let's talk about Jigsaw first. So, Jigsaw from Saw is, you know, he isn't a fighter, I would say. He runs away and sort of just eventually gets his victims into the game. Now, I could see Jigsaw sort of being a cameo. So maybe Billy rolls on screen, right? The Billy little puppet that's, you know, has the spirals on his cheeks. You could see Billy roll on screen, and then maybe a trap comes out or something, right? And that could be the cameo attack. And there's 4 different traps, right? Because there's 4 different moves on cameos. So I could see that being the case with Jigsaw. I could also see, you know, maybe an old John Kramer coming on screen for one of the cameo attacks, or maybe one of the pigs, right? Whether it be Amanda or the other guy, I can't remember. You could have like the pig killers come on screen maybe for some of the cameos, but I would love to see a Saw cameo. That would be so amazing. And maybe Combat Pack 2 or 3, we maybe get a horror pack where we get maybe 2 horror killers and then 2 horror cameos or something of the like, right? Including potentially Chucky. Chucky would be so amazing as a cameo. I could see Chucky jumping at you from behind you, stabbing your feet, you know, shouting the most vile language at all times, right? I could see Chucky being an absolute menace. And as, you know, I would just love to see Chucky in Mortal Kombat 1. So yeah, guys, that's gonna do it for the Halloween video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys enjoy the season. And again, if you liked the video, like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll be back with more Mortal Kombat 1 content soon. Peace out, y'all.